Hey everybody, this is Daniel Lee, and I have Chudat right here, and I had a few more questions for him that I want to just pick his brain over. We have a lot of people in the community, whether it's online or other players, they give their thoughts on wobbling, and I feel like, the Ice Climber players never really get to defend themselves or explain their stances. I feel like it's your technique as your character, but we rarely get to hear the opinion. So what are your thoughts on like chain grabs and wobbling in general?
Okay, so my thoughts on chain grabbing and wobbling are all right. So this, I'll just talk about this first. So if wobbling gets banned, guys, then that's it's pretty much done for ice climbers, I think. Like you'll see me and other ice climber players, and maybe like top 25, top 17, maybe top 13, maybe even top 9. But I don't think that ice climbers can compete with the rest of the top tiers if wobbling gets banned. But the reason if I think that wobbling should be banned or not, personally, I'm gonna say that I don't think that wobbling should be banned because that'd be done. I'd be finished. Then I wouldn't be able to win Valid BC and get top 8 at all these other tournaments and defeat all these other players. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think wobbling should be banned. That's my reason. That's obviously a selfish reason. But in terms of the community and spectatorship, I don't know. We could try to ban wobbling at maybe one event or two events, or maybe even forever if that will keep melee going. So I'm totally down for that. So I'm willing to adapt. I don't really care, to be honest, if wobbling is banned because I can play without it, and I'm really confident in my abilities. So I'll be able to come up with I'll have to come up with new tricks like handoffs or something like that.
Yeah.
So it would just force me to adapt to a different type of wobbling style, even though it's the same thing. It's just, I guess it looks cooler. It's good for the fans. So yeah, in terms of a spectator sport for the longevity of melee, I'd say ban wobbling. But for me, and to win tournaments, and if you guys want to see me beat Meet King again, if you guys want to see me beat Mango, if you guys want to see me beat Hungry Box, Leffen, and Armada, I would say keep wobbling. But if you guys don't care about any of that, then you guys can ban wobbling, and then you'll have some other random people getting into top 8 instead of me. But yeah, those are my general thoughts.
But your Sopo carries you too. We have to give credit to you. You have a lot of great tools, and your neutral game is phenomenal. I feel like even against Meet King last week, or a couple, not too long ago, Sopo actually put in a lot of work. I actually had another question to follow up on wobbling. Do you think without it, which type of characters would be harder to deal with, the floaty characters or the Spaceys, if you didn't have wobbling?
Oh, that's a great question. So if I didn't have wobbling, I think that the floaty characters for sure. Because you can't combo floaties, so if they're just camping the whole entire time and you don't have the option to wobble, then you can only get a couple hits before until they go down. So in a floaty matchup, you need to win neutral 10 times per stock, without before they die, right? But in against a fox or another fast faller, then you need to win neutral maybe 3 times before they die, 2 times, even once if you're really good with your punish. So that's the huge difference. So objectively it has to be the floaties that are going to be harder to deal with rather than the Spaceys.
You mentioned spectatorship, and on one hand, people are well, some people who are a little bit more salty will go well, choose just wobbling, it's unfair, ice climbers are lame. But on the flip side of the script, you have these floaties and these other characters that just platform camp you. So do you feel like some of the hate generated towards you is a little bit unfair, given that the other player also plays a role in how they interact?
It is kind of a little bit unfair, but what I'm gonna say is I'm glad you brought that up. So I just want to quickly talk about Hungry Box and his platform camping. I think that's terrible for melee. I think that I was kind of on the fence of the whole ledge grab limit thing, and I really think that there should be a ledge grab limit just because this camping stuff is not good for the viewers in my opinion. So that I don't like that H box is like purposely stalling out time to camp on the ledge. It's just not fun to watch. So I think there should be a ledge guard limit for melee. After seeing that performance at Smash and Splash, and I didn't really watch it, but I heard about it. I heard that he just platform camped, and I watched a little bit of it. So I really don't dislike that. He's like trying to break melee, and he's trying to make it like really not fun to watch. So if there's a ledge guard limit, that will force him to approach and force like two players to interact. So I don't like the whole like camping style of melee. But yeah, I don't know about my hate for wobbling. I usually see a lot of positivity and a lot of love every time I wobble. So it's not that much hate. If I do receive hate, it'll probably be like from a salty like King fan, or from like a salty like Mango fan or something like that. That's the only time I see hate. I don't really think it's because of my my wobbling. It's because the fans are salty. So yeah, I don't know. The fans just need to get together. They need to realize that like I'm using my like everything I can to win, and I'm playing like like really hard matchups, and I'm playing at a top level. That's just what you have to do, and it's just what you have to watch. And so like the fans just have to respect that. If I understand if let's say I was like a low level icy main, and all I did was wobble to win, right? And like I had zero neutral, I had zero reads, and I would understand for the fans to be mad at me for wobbling. But no, that's not true at all. I'm making reads 100% of the time. The way I beat Meet King at Battle BC, it's just 100% read based. I read him every single time I got a wobble, and I just I destroyed him mentally. So the fans have to see that, and they have to respect that. If you guys can't see that, and you guys can't respect that, then like you guys need to get better at melee before you can say like before you give me hate or something, or before you give like another ice climber hate. So that's what I think.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate the honesty. And to be fair, Meet King kept hitting your shield with forward smash, which is 101, mistake.
Exactly. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, bros. Come on, fans.
But to be fair, I think Meet King afterwards had a little bit of salt, but then I think he apologized, and it seems like you guys are cool. Did you guys do makeup talk, or what did you guys do?
Yeah, we did a little bit of makeup talk. We did a little bit. He came into he posted something on Twitter saying like, "Sorry, Chu, I'm sorry about being a salty baby." And then I was just like, my fans told me about it because I was streaming at the time when he posted that on Twitter, and then I showed my fans, and then my fans were like, retweet him, favorite him, show him some respect, acknowledge him, and I was just like, okay, fine. I wasn't going to acknowledge it. I was just like whatever about it, but I acknowledged it. I retweeted and favorited, and then he came into my stream, and then he was just like, why are you drawing? Okay, at the time on my stream, I was drawing Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. So he was just like, he's like, LOL, what are you doing? So I guess that kind of like made him laugh, and then it kind of just like broke the ice, and then we just kind of started talking, and then he's like, yeah, so I came in here to apologize. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, dude. You don't need to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. You said what you felt, and you said what you thought. You didn't attack me personally. You didn't disrespect me. That's all I care about. And so that's what I told him. And then after that, we kind of just talked. We back and forth. And now he's considering coming over to my place and Chillin's place to be on a stream and maybe do like a diss track or a rap video or something. So
that's pretty cool. I'd like to see the trio of you guys. Meet King dropping one-liners would be hilarious. I have another question for you. Other than like I'm not even sure if this is the case, but we're gonna just toss Peach out the window because I'm gonna assume that's probably like one of the hardest matchups for ice climbers. But if it's not Peach, I don't know if it's Peach or not. I mean, is it? Do you think? Okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna toss
yeah.
Peach out the window because I've always been curious about this. I've heard different answers. Who do you think is the second hardest for ice climbers?
If every single Jigglypuff out there played like Hungrybox, I would say Jigglypuff, but that's not the case. So, other than that, I'd have to say Falcon. Falcon's really difficult for ice climbers. It's because like every single move that they use on my shield, like down air, back air, neutral air, they can put me in shield stun, and then they can use like a triple jab, gentleman's combo, and just prevent any type of shield grabs. And it's like so hard to hit Falcon. So. But it's still kind of like an evenish matchup. I can definitely still see Ice Climbers beating Falcon. But like, Falcon has like a down throw to forward air combo from like 60% till death. So if you down throw forward air, if you get a grab at 60%, then that's a free knee. And then as long as you make the right read. And then after that, you need to grab one more time, and then you do another down throw forward air. I'm dead at 80. It's so dumb. That's definitely what makes it really really difficult. Besides from like the whole like spacing your aerials and being able to act before like Ice Climbers can do anything out of shield. So I would have to say Falcon for sure. Marth is also kind of like really really close. Fox and Falco are actually much easier for Ice Climbers for whatever reason. It's probably because I play Chill and Do all the time. I mean, I have a lot of Fox practice, but Fox and Falco are probably the easiest for Ice Climbers. It would have to be like Falcon and then Marth, and then because Marth because they outrange Ices straight up, and like if you're not 100% on, if you make one mistake, then you can get 0 to death by Marth, or you can like lose Nana from like one read or something like that. So it's like a really patient matchup. It's really difficult, and he outranges Ice Climbers, so that's what makes it difficult for Ice Climbers. But Falcon definitely harder than Marth, I think.
So there's this one stat that I haven't been able to verify, but I've heard rumors from you or Chillin'. When's the last time a Sheik has ever beaten you in a set?
I think that the last time a Sheik has ever beat me in a set was in 2006 against Azan. And we played at a little local called C3 Cyber Club. He played Sheik against me, only Sheik. And he ended up beating me in Sheik versus Ices. That was the first time. I was kind of like disappointed in myself because I never lose to Sheik, even at that time. So that was the first time ever and the last time that a Sheik has ever beaten me in tournament with only Sheik. Other than that, I've never lost to a Sheik in tournament.
Would it be harder for a Sheik to beat you as Ice Climbers, or is it harder for a Peach to beat Hungrybox, your teammate?
It's harder for a Sheik to beat me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's pretty impressive since Armada can be in that sphere of people that play against Hungrybox, although we don't see that anymore. Well, I mean, so that's pretty much like the main questions I had to pick your brain. So thank you just for really, coming out here, not only doing the first interview, but doing the second interview where there could be a lot of controversy or hate. So I really appreciate that you went above and beyond here, Chu.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And thank you to the viewers at home that support our content and support Chu. If you'd like to see more awesome videos, go ahead and subscribe to us on our Yahoo Esports YouTube channel.